Momentary disappointment? Yes, but there's no time to dwell on that now. The schedule is packed, and we already have a fixture ahead of us. In this unforgiving marathon of a Premier League title race, momentum is not merely a product of victories, but a testament to survival. A campaign is an anthology of disparate narratives, the symphonic masterclass, the attritional grind, and the great escape. For Arteta's Arsenal, the recent 1-1 draw at Stamford Bridge was a chapter of profound complexity, a discordant, often frustrating performance that nevertheless yielded a strategically vital point. It was a paradox in 90 minutes, a tactical regression that simultaneously underscored the team's newfound resilience. This was not a match for the purists, but for the pragmatists who understand that championships are often built upon the foundations of such gritty, imperfect results. To be disappointed by the moment is human, but to lose sight of the macro picture is a strategic folly. To appreciate the single point gleaned from West London, one must first acknowledge the treacherous terrain from which it was excavated. This was the grueling culmination of a 7-day, 3-act drama against elite opposition, a fiery North London derby victory against Tottenham, a tactically demanding Champions League encounter with Bayern Munich, and finally, the cauldron of Stamford Bridge. To emerge from this gauntlet with 7 points from a possible 9 is a monumental achievement. The draw maintained Arsenal's lead at the Premier League summit. Manchester City's marginal gains felt just that, marginal. With daunting away trips to Old Trafford, Anfield and St James's Park already navigated, Arsenal are systematically ticking off the calendar's most hazardous fixtures. Coupled with the imminent return of the injured brigade, this result was a small bump in the road within an overall unequivocal success. This context is crucial as the narrative pivots. The recent stretch was about reacting to and overcoming the quality of footballing superpowers. The upcoming period, beginning with a formidable Brentford and leading into a challenging fixture against Aston Villa, presents a different kind of test. It is a shift from high-stakes duels to examinations of control, patience, and the ruthless application of a superior game model. But guess what? All of them reward the same 3 points. Hence, the lessons from Chelsea are not a cause for alarm, but a prescription for the challenges ahead. Let's find out how. One of the most significant takeaways from the recent draws against Sunderland and Chelsea is the emergence of a potential chink in Arsenal's armour, a template to fluster the league leaders. Opponents have recognized that a combination of hyper-aggression, intense physicality, and the deployment of pacey attackers in transition can disrupt Arsenal's rhythm. At Stamford Bridge, this was accentuated by the conspicuous absence of the first-choice central defensive partnership. Without the serene authority of William Saliba and the aggressive front-foot defending of Big Gabby, Arsenal's backline was more susceptible to being unsettled. This is no cause for panic, but for adaptation. The journey is long, and these are invaluable learning opportunities. The challenge against Brentford, a team renowned for its physicality and directness, is the first opportunity to demonstrate that this lesson has been absorbed. The imperative is clear: neutralize their physical threat early, win the individual duels that were lost too frequently at Chelsea, and re-establish defensive dominance. The recent clean sheet run was no accident. It was the product of a system firing on all cylinders. The return of the primary centre-backs, or even one of them, most likely Saliba, should provide the foundation to stop the recent, uncharacteristic trend of conceding. For 2 seasons, Arsenal have been a team built on the foundational principles of composure, control, and juego de posesión. The performance against Chelsea was a departure from this identity. The key to reclaiming it lies in the midfield. Brentford are a tactically astute side who pose a unique threat. They are comfortable ceding possession, but are dangerous from long-range shots, often taking a high volume of them when allowed space. This is where the midfield battle will be won or lost. The first task is defensive. A dominant midfield performance is required to screen the defence and deny Brentford shooters the time and space to operate on the edge of the box. The second task, however, is offensive. Brentford's tendency to defend in a deep, compact block presents an opportunity. The very space they deny in behind, they often afford in front of their defensive line. This is a canvas on which the likes of Eberechi Eze, Martin Odegaard and Declan Rice can paint. Their ability to strike the ball cleanly from distance could be the key to unlocking a stubborn defense, turning the opponent's strength into a vulnerability. A recurring frustration from the Chelsea draw was the inability to create high-quality chances in the final 30 minutes, even with a numerical advantage. Composure and clinical edge were notably absent. The visit of Brentford demands a return to ruthless efficiency, and the B-zone structure may offer the perfect avenue. While they are organised centrally, they can be vulnerable to attacks from wide areas. The timing could not be more perfect, with the prospective returns of Victor Gyökeres and Gabby Jesus to full fitness. These players offer different but equally potent threats from the flanks and through the middle. Their movement, power and directness will be essential in stretching Brentford's backline and creating the cutback opportunities from which this Arsenal team thrives. Crucially, this attacking impetus must be built on a more robust foundation. A key statistical failing against both Sunderland and Chelsea was the loss of the second ball battle. Arsenal must bring back that tenacity, winning the 50-50s to sustain pressure and prevent Brentford from launching their dangerous counterattacks, often driven by the pace of Kevin Schade and the finishing of Igor Thiago. Scoring early is paramount. It forces Brentford out of their low-risk structure and allows Arsenal to dictate the game on their own terms. Looking at the larger picture, the Brentford match is the first of 7 fixtures in a demanding December. Arteta's core learning from the gauntlet of Spurs, Bayern and Chelsea must be the importance of macro management. The focus cannot be on a single fixture, but on navigating the entire period with the squad's fitness and freshness intact. This home fixture, while challenging, is an opportunity for selective rotation. Keeping key players sharp while integrating others is the hallmark of a successful title campaign. The goal is to keep ticking along, staying ahead of a tightly congested pack where the points difference from 2nd to 14th is as big or small as it is from 1st to 2nd and 3rd. Maintain focus on what's on your plate, what's in the front, with a sporadic glimpse on the rearview mirror, and the trophies will remain the target. Ultimately, a draw against a top 4 rival away from home is never a disaster. The manner of it, however, left a residue of disappointment, a palpable sense of a missed opportunity. Yet, in the grand theatre of a 38-game season, these are the results that can define a champion. As the old adage goes, if you can't win them, don't lose them. The crucial thing now is not to dwell on the past, but to learn from it. Was it 2 points dropped or 1 point gained? Only time and the final league table will provide the definitive answer. What is clear is that there are lessons in patience, game management and clinical execution to be absorbed. No knee-jerk over-analysis is needed. The team must regroup, recalibrate and go again. Arsenal remain top of the Premier League and top of their Champions League group. Everything is still to play for. This Stamford Bridge stalemate was not a stumble, but a steadying moment, a reminder of the fine margins and the relentless mental fortitude required to conquer them. The season is purring, the challenges are coming fast and fast, and this team has proven, even on an off day, that its foundations are stronger than ever. The Brentford game is not merely the next fixture, it is the first test of this renewed, battle-hardened resolve. The game is on. So that is our prognosis for the upcoming fixture against Brentford and the learnings from the London derby at the Bridge. Thank you for joining in. This is a critical phase for the Arsenal season, but nothing that we can't sustain with effectiveness. We've shown a contender's spirit, and this will shape it to the ones of the champions. It's a period where tactics, mentality, and sheer resilience needs to be refreshed and reloaded continually till you win the darn thing. The conversation turns to you, Gunners. Share your thoughts in the comments below. How are we feeling, and what are the challenges ahead? Things you noticed that we missed or did not mention. Let's get the conversation going. Hope you enjoyed this analysis and found it valuable. You can show your support by hitting that like button. Don't forget to hype, share, subscribe. Thanks again for watching. This is the Arsenal Blueprint, and until next time, come on the Arsenal.